shit. So, you know, at 24 years old, I sat there a lot of times, like one day, I woke up and said, I gotta face this. This haunting fucking voice in my head kept on saying, man, we gotta go back. The only way we can go forward is to go all the way back. And that's very scary to do for everybody.
Yeah.
But the only way you're gonna fix yourself is to go all the way back to the beginning, to your childhood, because that's where everything starts.
And that's what's blocking most of us.
All of us.
Yeah.
All of us. Everybody thinks it's, my God, like my marriage is messed up. This is messed up. You have to go back to fix all your problems. It all starts from the root, man.
The root, yeah. I was
root.
just about to say, we have to go back to the root, because otherwise we're just dealing with the symptoms.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you cannot fix anything by giving it Motrin. You have a jacked up knee. The swelling may go down, but it's still jacked up in there. You got to get it fixed. You got to fix the knee. All those pills do, so you know, pretty much, is just let the swelling go down, and you can live a little longer, but you're not fixing the problem. You're not fixing the problem.
And I guess the most people don't go back, or all of us, like you said, we don't go back because we don't know how.
Right.
That right? Like most people don't know how. Like, how do you start? How do you go back? And like you said, and I love that example that
I'm starting to separate myself now.
Yeah. So there's two kind of themes that emerge from that. One is this idea of taking souls, right? This sense that, hey, I came from nothing and I'm here amongst the best, and then starting to realize, like, hey, these people are human.
Right.
How can I get my tactical advantage?
Right.
And you explore this idea of taking souls, which essentially is going places no one else is willing to go to fuck with their heads.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
To get like the upper hand on everybody else.
When you grow up weak and you start to master your mind, because my whole thing is whenever I'm weak at something, whenever I'm scared of something, I master it. I was a weak-minded person, so I mastered my mind. And in mastering my mind, I mastered the human mind. And I realized why I no longer judge people, why I no longer put people on a pedestal, because we're all fucked up our own way. We all have demons. Some people hide them better than other people. So I know we all have them. But me knowing that, I know the most alpha males are very fragile. Very fragile. They never want to see another person harder than them, especially in that kind of realm.
The ego attachment.
The ego,
is very strong.
Ego will fuck you up every time. Ego is serious. So if I can hurt your ego, I got you.
Us through this journey that you're on, and you're winning these victories along the way, this idea kind of comes upon you, which is this drive to be uncommon amongst the uncommon, right? You mentioned a few moments earlier that you started distancing yourself even from the SEALs themselves. Like, okay, I've done this, I've distinguished myself amongst these guys. Like, now what's the next challenge? How can I push myself harder? Like, who, what are the other circumstances I can put myself in to be the hardest motherfucker on planet Earth, which was kind of the driving impulse underneath all of this, right?
Right.
So elaborate on that a little bit. So
for me, that's why I wanted to become a Navy SEAL. I wanted people to push me outside of my comfort zone every day. And I thought this was going to be the absolute best platform to do that. These guys, the stories I heard after BUD/S, it just gets harder.